The Paul Leslie Interviews.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present our interview with Ilo Ferreira. He joins us to talk about his new LP, Gathered People Together. First of all, thanks so much for giving me this second interview.
My pleasure, Paul.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
You look very happy.
Oh, yes, I am.
So, what do you think of the new album?
Well, it's been a while since we've been recording that album. A lot happened, and the final product, it reveals everything that I lived musically from 2007 to this point right here. And I think it pretty much reflects all our improvement, playing live, and the new songs I've been writing. Bottom line, I like it very much.
And this album was recorded in Cape Verde, which is your home.
Yeah, part of it was recorded in Cape Verde.
In the Bahamas.
Bahamas, Key West, Jamaica, Nashville. I think that's it. So
in a way, it's kind of an artifact of all these places that you've been over the last few years.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of great musicians playing this album, including Pete. All of them, they all brought, their music, their talents, and to make it bigger in terms of music, I think it's a great album. I like it. I like to, once in a while, I catch myself listening to it over and over again.
Of all the places that you recorded Gather People Together, was there a favorite location to record?
I can tell you that I was really impressed with the Nashville studio, Blackbird studio. That was something coming from where I'm coming from. The Nashville studio was something like, I was like, whoa, this is nice, this is pretty cool. But to tell you the truth, for me, what really works better to record my voice, it's back home in my room, sitting in my desk, and nobody else, just me and my computer. And that's how I basically recorded all the vocals in the album. To capture the whole band alive, I think that Blackbird studio was the studio that most impressed me.
You mentioned Cape Verde, and for all of the listeners out there, Cape Verde is an island off the coast of West Africa.
Cape Verde, it's a bunch of 10 islands.
Archipelago, right?
Yeah, it's archipelago.
Yeah. You mentioned that was one of the best places to record. Do you miss Cape Verde ever when you're on the road?
Oh, yes. Home is home. Home is home. Doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, you will always miss home. And whenever I go home after 2 weeks, I miss the road. And whenever I come back again after 3 or 4 weeks, I miss home. So it's back and forth. And yes, I do miss home. I miss my family whenever I'm here. This is great for me. I'm really grateful for being doing this.
You mentioned a minute ago all the great musicians that played on this album. We were just running into Peter Mayer a minute ago. Has there been anyone that you've gotten close to here in America, especially close, that was a musician?
That is a musician? Yeah, a bunch of them. Yeah. But if I have to name one, only one, I'd say Mac McNally.
Mac McNally.
Yeah.
And why is that?
I don't know. He's such a great guy and such a great musician. And at the same time, he's so humbled. I admire him a lot.
Since you've come here to America and throughout the Caribbean with your recording and performing, has there been a favorite memory of yours?
A favorite memory? I think there's a bunch of them. I like airplanes. And last year, I think the end of October, we ended up playing in Seattle. And I took a trip to Boeing. And I was like, oh, this is fantastic. I think that would be one of my strongest memory out of the stage. But on the stage, I'd say that my greatest memory is in Wisconsin, Alpine Valley, that we played there with Jimmy. We opened for Jimmy, and the crowd was just unbelievable. The crowd was awesome. And I think that we had a great time that night. And I think this is the biggest the biggest memory.
Well, where do you want to play but have not yet?
You know what? I've been so lucky during, all this period from 2007 to 2011 that I've been playing some small bars, some small clubs. At the same time, I've been playing big theaters, big stadiums with Jimmy. And I played some places that I'd never imagined I would play, places I never thought that they existed. It kind of leave me, almost no room to think about a place I'd like to play that I haven't played yet.
So busy.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song on the new album?
Favorite song? Man, even whenever you buy a CD from an artist that you like, there's a favorite song. That favorite song, it's always changing. You know what I mean? As you listen to the album. It happened to me in my album, but it happens that I'm turning back to this song every now and again. And this song is song number 7 on my album. And I sing this song in Cape Verde language. And for those who don't know, the song is called Zeboman. And it's a song that I sing in Cape Verde, which is a mix of Portuguese, English, French, and some other language from the African continent. Man, I love that song. I'd say that's my favorite song in the album.
Well, what about the song, the title song?
Gather People Together. Oh, Gather People Together is a song that my father wrote a long time ago. I remember, I clearly remember when he wrote the song. I was really young, maybe 10 years old. And he came into my room early in the morning, 7 a.m., very excited that he wrote a new song. He played that song for me, and it was Love at First Note. I love that song. And but that song was a little bit different from what I'm playing now, what we have on the record. This song has been changing during the years. We did record this song on my first LP. And after that, I remember that Bayer Flanagan from VH1, he called me saying that they were looking for some songs for the World Cup, Soccer World Cup in South Africa. And he think that I should change the Gather People Together in order to fit to that circumstance. And that's what I ended up doing. And the lyrics that we have in the songs, I changed it a little bit from the original lyrics that my father wrote, in order to be part of that event in South Africa. And for me, it's a great song. The message is really wide, and it's a good message. I like it, man.
Well, let's play it for all the listeners. Gather People Together, the title track from Ilo Ferreira's full-length album, here on the Paul Leslie Hour. Ilo, what do you hope someone listening to this album gets out of the experience of listening?
I hope they can experiment the same travel in your soul and spirit and take them to the same place that it takes me whenever I listen to it. You know what I mean? I think that life without music would be just like a TV without color. And the music it's the perfect ship, the perfect transportation to take us to our dreams. So I hope they get there.
Do you have a favorite memory from the making of the album?
Yes, that was in Nashville when we did record How Do You Do, and that song is not in this album. I hope it's coming on the next album. I was pretty much really touched because that was the first song that we recorded. By then, I haven't played that song with a huge band just like we had there in Nashville. And after cut that song, we went back to the sound room, and I was watching everybody. Jimmy Buffett was there, Tony Brown, Mac McNally, everybody listening to that song and everybody liking that song. And that was one of the first experiences of having my song being analyzed for really great musicians, really good people, very experienced, you know what I mean, and helping me with that song. I think that's a great memory for me.
You know, Ilo, the story of you coming over here, making this album, all of it, it's an amazing story.
It is, man.
Yeah, it's almost...
It is. And to tell you the truth, I never imagined that it would happen this way. When I started this, because I went to college in Brazil, and after finishing college, I went back home. I tried to work in engineer field, and I was like, it doesn't work. I need to go to music. I always had this feeling in me of spreading my music through the world, but never thought that it would start like this with Jimmy supporting me. To tell the truth, it started just like a feeling. I didn't see it. I couldn't see it where I was going. I didn't know the exact steps to take to get where I wanted to go. I just felt it. I just felt it, and I went with it. And luckily, I mean, I'm doing good so far.
Yes, indeed. So what's the best thing about being Ilo Ferreira?
I think it's the chance to do what I always wanted to do, man.
Yeah.
You know, the chance of doing what you really want to do. It makes your whole life worth it. You know what I mean? I could do anything I wanted to do in this life. Anything I put my head on, I could do it. But it wouldn't be the same. I had to do this. I think that this is the best part of my life, that I'm doing this.
People might listen to this new album and they might think one thing. They might see you perform and they might think one thing. But who would you say the answer to this question is? Who is Ilo Ferreira?
I'm a dreamer.
A dreamer.
Yeah. I'd say that I'm a dreamer and I like to pursue my dream. That's it.
Okay, you're a dreamer. What do you like better, playing for just a few people in a small club or playing the arenas?
Let me tell you this. If you have a good sound system, a good PA, it doesn't matter where you're playing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you're playing. It doesn't matter how many people you have listening to you. As far as you have one that you're connected with him, it makes the whole night worth it.
Well spoken. My last question. Not only will people be able to listen to this interview, but now they'll also be able to read it. So for anybody that listens to this, or for anybody that reads it, what do you want to say to those people? You can say anything you want.
For those people, well, I think I said this before to you in Boston, but this is it. Whenever I play and whenever I see 1 second of joy in your face traveling with me in my music, it brings me alive times and times over and over again. And for those I'm playing, I haven't reached them, man. I wanted to reach them and I will keep on trying.
I love that. Well, Ilo Ferreira, it's good to see you again. It's good to talk to you.
My pleasure, Paul.
It's a real pleasure.
My pleasure.
I will hopefully see you on down the road again.
Oh yeah, me too, man.